Hi guys. All right, so this lesson is going to be on reading. It's your reading mini lesson. So we've spent a good time, a good deal this year talking about characters and learning and exploring the characters in our book. Understanding those characters. When we understand the characters and their reasons for doing things, their reasons for saying things, for feeling things, for um, liking things, for doing things, it helps us better understand the story when we understand those characters. So what you're going to do for reading this week, you're going to choose a book and you're going to study that character. And as you're reading that book, I want you to think, does this remind me of another character from a different book that I've read? Maybe it's a book that you have at home. Maybe it's a book that we've read in class. Maybe it's a book that you have read on Literacy Pro. No matter where you've gotten the book, if you're reading something and you say, oh, this reminds me of someone else that we've read about, that's what I want you to use. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, we're going to talk about comparing and contrasting two different characters. Comparing and contrasting, remember, means you're talking about how those characters are the same and how they're different. All right, so here I have my screen. The two that I chose are very familiar books for you. Lily's Purple Plastic Purse and Chrysanthemum. These are books that we have read more than once throughout the year, and you've also read these in tubs. So these are very familiar books for us. So remember in Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, Lily took that purple purse to school and she played with it. Her teacher told her to put the purse away. It became a disruption, and what happened? He took it from her. She lost her purse. She ended up getting in trouble. And then remember, that made her upset. She was mad and she wrote an ugly letter to her teacher and she left it for him. Okay. In Chrysanthemum, here we have a little girl. Her name's Chrysanthemum. She loved her name. When she went to school, though, her friends made fun of her name, and it made her not love her name anymore. Think about Chrysanthemum's actions, how she felt. How would you feel if someone was making fun of your name like that? Something that you loved, and other people said they didn't like it. They made fun of it. They said it was silly and ugly. Remember, at the end of the story, Chrysanthemum had a teacher, the music teacher, who was having a baby. Do you remember what the music teacher's name was? She had something in common with Chrysanthemum. Her name was Mrs. Delphinium. They were both named after a flower. So at the end of the story, when her classmates found out that that their teacher had a name similar to Chrysanthemum's, everyone loved Chrysanthemum's name. Okay, so I want you to be thinking. Remember, we're going to compare and contrast Lily and Chrysanthemum. We're going to talk about how they're the same and then how they are different from each other. So we are going to use a graphic organizer called a Venn diagram. Here's what that looks like. I understand you're not going to have this at home, but it is so easy to draw one. Let me show you how to draw one. You're just going to draw two circles overlapping each other. So there's one big circle. There's another big circle. And then you'll label Chrysanthemum on one side, Lily on the other side, and both how they're the same in the middle. All right, so here's my Venn diagram. So first, we're going to talk about how these two characters are alike. What do they have in common? Have in common is that they both love school. So I'm going to put that here in the middle. They love school. Remember, Lily is so excited. She can't wait to go to school with that purse. Chrysanthemum is so excited. She can't wait to go to school and she loves her name. So that's a feeling that they share. Also, when we look at them, they have something in common. Remember, Kevin Hinckus likes to use mice as his characters, and they are both white mice. They're both a white mouse, white mice. If you remember, when they go to school, they're so excited. They skip to school. So that's something else. Their actions that they have in common. They skip to school. We already know that chrysanthemum is a type of flower. But what about lily? That's also a type of flower, right? So they are both named after flowers. They both go to school, right? So that means that they're both students like you guys. So they both love school. They're both white mice. They both skip to school because they're so excited. They're both named after flowers. They're both students, and they're also both girls. Also, think about feelings. At some point in the story, they get hurt, they get upset. So I'm going to write that. They get hurt because it happens to both of them in the story. This is the main focus of the lesson for this week. I want you comparing, talking about how our characters are alike. What does chrysanthemum remind me about Lily? What do they have in common? How are they alike or the same? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways that chrysanthemum is like Lily. The challenge, I want you to come up with ways that they're different. So 2 unique things about chrysanthemum and 2 unique things about Lily. That's extra, remember? We're focusing on how they're the same, but I want you to be thinking about ways that they're different. So with chrysanthemum, her friends made fun of her name. Lily's friends didn't make fun of her name. That was the problem in chrysanthemum, is that her friends made fun of her name, or I wouldn't really say they were her friends, but they made fun of her name. So we're going to say her friends, she thought they were her friends, made fun of her name. And remember, that hurt her feelings. That's how she got hurt in the story. Lily got hurt in the story when her teacher took her purse. So I'm going to put that here. Her teacher, oops, I was supposed to write that with a different color. Took her purse because it was a distraction. Okay. So remember part of the story, several times Chrysanthemum kept having these bad dreams, these nightmares. She dreamt that she actually was a flower and that her friends were picking her. So we're going to put that here for Chrysanthemum. Dreams about being an actual flower. She dreams about being a flower. We're just going to do 2 here. So on Lily's side, why did her teacher take her purse? What caused her teacher to take her purse? Remember we said it became a distraction? She actually got in trouble at school. Did Chrysanthemum get in trouble at school? Nope, just Lily. She gets in trouble at school. Okay, so let's go back over how Chrysanthemum and Lily are the same. The both. This is the main focus of our lesson this week. How they're different? That's extra. That's the challenge for you. So they both love school. They're both white mice, white mouse. They both skip to school because they're excited. I'm going to change this. This is bugging me. Make it plural. White mice. They're both named after flowers. They're both students because they go to school. They're both girls. And at some point in the story, they get hurt, which is where the problem comes from. They get hurt from that. So, what I want you to do, remember I said this part is just extra. Our main focus is how they're alike. What I want you to do is take your paper. You can draw a Venn diagram if you want to do the extra part. You're going to draw, what I want you to do is you're just going to draw some kind of poster, some kind of chart with both of your characters. And I want you to write their names and draw a little picture of them. Make it be creative. Make it how you want it. And just write some different things for how 2 characters are the same. So I could do you could even just glue the picture on there. Glue a picture of your character and then start writing the different things that they have in common, how they are alike. When you finish, take a photo of it, put it on your Seesaw account to get your credit, to get your grade. Let me know if you have any questions and happy reading. Bye, guys.